All right, moving along in our work on our Unit 1 assessment review. I'm going to go on to the second page starting with number 9. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to get through the second and third page. We'll see how this goes. I don't like my videos to be much longer than 6 or 7 minutes. Identify and explain the error in number 9. What I see right off the bat is that there's been like things that are not like that were combined. -5 and 3x are not like terms. So explaining your error, you need to make a comment about how -5 plus 3x cannot be combined because they are not like terms. The correct solution to this problem would be by adding 5 to both sides and finding that 3x equals 15 divided by 3 divided by 3, x is equal to 5. Again, you should have an explanation, and your explanation should include the kind of idea that like terms, the idea of combining like terms was used in error. In number 10, identify and explain the error again. This one's pretty tricky. What I want you to notice is that they went at undoing divide by 3 on the x before subtracting the 6. We always undo, here's our original problem, we always undo our addition or subtraction before we get at any division or multiplication. So the first thing I would do is subtract 6 from both sides and find out that x over 3 is equal to -8. -2 minus 6 is going to leave me with -8. And I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 to find that x is equal to -24. Now, again, you need to include an explanation. And in your explanation, you want to say about how they undid in the wrong order. Undoing should have started with -6, for subtracting 6 to get that out of there as opposed to multiplying by 3 first. I did multiply by 3, but that was not the proper first step. Now with our inequalities, we're going to solve those like we solve our equations with just that one rule that if I have a negative coefficient on my variable, I'm going to have to switch my sign. Now on the right side I have like terms, -3n and 2n. I'm sorry, -5n plus 2n is -3n. To finish solving, I divide everything by -3. It's that divide by a negative in that last step that forces us to switch the sign. So I wind up with the answer that -1 is greater than n. I like to write these with my n, my variable out front. N is less than -1. Notice that the mouth is still opened up to the -1. This is going to result in an open circle on -1 and everything left or less than shaded. In number 12, like I would solve an equation, I'm going to start by distributing. In this case, distributing a -4. -4 times 6n is going to be -24n. -4 times 7 is going to give me a -28. That's greater than or equal to 122. I'm going to combine like terms on the left-hand side, and the like terms that I have is doing 6 minus 28. And 6 minus 28 is going to result in -22 minus 24n is greater than or equal to 122. I'm going to add 22 to both sides. Add 22 to both sides. And I'm going to find out that -24n is greater than or equal to 144. And then I'll finish by dividing by -24, and I'm in the boat again that I'm dividing -24, that I'm dividing by a negative number. So that is going to result in me having to switch my sign, and 144 divided by -24 is going to result in n is less than or equal to -6. -6, close circle, everything to the left should be shaded. Then I'm going to go on to number 13. Please use pause. I know I work quickly through these videos. I do it on purpose because pause works at home. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to do in number 13 is distribute -6. -138 is greater than or equal to -36b plus 42. I'm going to subtract 42 from both sides. And thankfully I have my calculator as I'm working pretty quickly here, and mental math isn't coming as quick as I want tonight. -180 is less than or equal to -36b. Notice how just every problem we've done so far has included that negative number in the last step, so you have to show me the switching of the sign. Negative 180 divided by negative 36 is going to give me 5. 5 is less than or equal to b. I can also write this as b is greater than or equal to 5. Closed circle on 5. Everything to the right is shaded. I think I'm only going to get through this page. Now, lots of like terms to combine in number 14. So first things first, negative 8x plus 2x, negative 6x minus 16 is less than negative 5x plus 7x. That's going to leave me with a positive 2x over here. That's simplified down pretty nice. So what I'm going to do now is add 6x's to both sides. Plus 6x plus 6x. Bring them all over here. Negative 16 is less than 8x. I'm dividing, even though there's a negative number in the problem, I can still divide by a positive. It's not changing my sign. Negative 2 is less than x, or x is greater than negative 2. Open circle. Everything to the right is shaded. I'll come back at you with another one.